ESBR Boxing, we are back. Myself and Gregory Doyle, we are here in final prediction mode for the big fight that's taking place at the Copper Box Arena tomorrow. Liam Williams versus Hamzah Sheeraz for the Commonwealth middleweight and WBC silver middleweight titles. Greg, always a pleasure to speak to you. A fight here that is intriguing for many different reasons. Obviously, you've got the experience of Williams, the up-and-coming fighter, obviously in Sheeraz, the size difference, how much has Williams got left, what has Sheeraz got, is this a breakout victory, all those sort of narratives playing at work here. But we're going to get straight into it. This is a final predictions video. So what we're going to do is you and I are going to give our predictions. Then we'll have a little sort of explainer. We haven't done this off camera. We don't know what each other is going to say. Could be the same, could be different. Greg, I'm going to come to you first. Final predictions. I need a winner and also a method, whether that's going to be points or KO, please.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Elliot. It's a really hard one, this fight. I feel you say that about quite a lot of fights these days, but I do find this one hard, and it's because Liam Williams only lost at world class level. He's lost to Liam Smith, who was world champion. He lost to Demetrius Andrade, who was world champion, and Chris Eubank, albeit the IBO world champion. He's never lost to a guy of domestic class, proven class so far. I look at the way he went down against Eubank, etc. I just think that the chin may have gone a little bit. I don't think Liam Williams' ability is gone. I think he's a very good fighter, very aggressive. And I love the resurgence in his career where he, in the second half of his career, he started knocking everyone out and things. Like, I really like to see that. I just think Sheeraz might just hit a bit too hard. And I think Hamzah Sheeraz will stop Liam Williams tomorrow night.
Do you think, just following up on that, I mean, we are going to disagree. I think Liam Williams might get the victory here, but what I was going to say, are you thinking for what sort of round range? You'd say give 3 rounds. Do you think it's sort of late on in the fight, 9 to 12, maybe second half, 6 to 9, or are you going to go earlier, sort of first half of the fight?
Yeah, I think it may be the second half of the fight. I don't think Sheeraz is going to come out and go guns blazing at first. I think he's going to try and box. Whereas I think Liam Williams will go for him a bit and try and go on the front foot. But I expect anything between maybe around 6 to 9. I just think that Sheeraz may catch him on the way in. He's a big 160. And yeah, as I said, against Chris Eubank, some of the shots I didn't understand that put Liam Williams down, and I can't unsee them, Elliot.
Yeah, you know, I understand that. I'm going to go Liam Williams, but I can fully accept your line of reasoning there, actually. And again, I'm not sitting there going, this is a definite Williams victory, because to me, it isn't. It's a very close fight. It's a very good fight. Good matchmaking in a way, because if Sheeraz comes through this, you're going to go, that's a really good name he's got on his record. If Williams comes through this victorious, you go, okay, maybe he's still got something left. He can still go on. I think for me, I'm looking at it again, like what you were saying. I think it's all on Williams' chin, actually. Everything's on Williams' chin. Like, he came through, obviously, Andrade battered him around, didn't he, in the early rounds of that fight as well. Obviously, clawed his way back into it, but he was really outclassed in that fight. Then you look at obviously what happened with Eubank as well, and his punch resistance did seem to go. Even though you look at how it ended there as well, and he managed to obviously limp to the UD. So for me, can he do that again? Can he stop Sheeraz? He's got 20 KOs in 25 fights or something for victories as well, so he carries power. For me, I'm just looking at it going, if he turns up and he brawls, which I think he's going to have to do, like obviously Sheeraz is, I think, is 6'3". I think Williams is saying like 5'10" or something. There's a big difference in maybe height there as well. I think he might, like you were saying, he might be able to get to Sheeraz just on kind of experience and guile. For me, that's the only way I'm going with this, really. I'm just looking at both sort of records, both kind of fighters. I'm looking a bit at that Sheeraz, obviously, performance. He had that subpar performance, didn't he? When he fought
Bradley
Bradley
Skeet.
Skeet, but again, he did still
Yeah.
stop him. So therefore, that kind of plays in my mind as well. I think if he starts slow, that will Williams be able to just literally stick it on him. It was Fox, wasn't it, that Williams really took on? Everyone was like, bloody hell, like he stopped him in concussive fashion and got that kind of title shot off the back of that. Can
Yeah.
he roll that back essentially with Sheeraz?
Ellie, that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm not confident either. Let's look at this fight. Liam Williams went down against Chris Eubank multiple times. Did Liam Williams come back and make it a relatively close fight? Yes. Did he look as though he troubled Eubank at times? Yes. Did he go the distance with Andrade and push him back at times? Yes. So he's a resilient guy. I'm picking him to get stopped tomorrow night, and that's never really happened properly to Liam Williams. So, Elliot, this is a 50-50. I totally understand where you're coming from. I just think that I think the power might just start to tell, but I'm excited for it.
Let me just pick up, because you're very good at kind of talking tactics of a fight and approaches as well. What do you expect essentially from both players? Do you expect Liam Williams essentially to try and start fast and try and bomb him out? Do you expect Sheeraz to try and use his height and keep it at range? How do you expect both guys to kind of go about this? And yeah, how do you think they think they'll go about it, and how do you think they'll actually play out? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think Elliot that Liam Williams is going to try and hit Hamzah Sheeraz early, catch him cold. I think he'll work inside, he'll try and target the body, but he'll bring a shot upstairs because I don't know why, but I get a feeling Hamzah Sheeraz might not have the strongest qualities of a chin as well. A 6'3" guy making middleweight, I mean, it says what it does for itself. Hamzah Sheeraz, don't be surprised tomorrow night, Elliot, to see him go on the back foot and try and size up the uppercut. If Williams is coming in like a train, an uppercut is always the punch to catch someone with, that or the left hook and sidestep. So I think that Sheeraz will try and box for as long as he can tomorrow, but catch Liam Williams on the way in, and I think that Liam Williams is going to be aggressive from the first bell.
No, I think you know what, Greg. I hope we see that. And I think that's the only. Yeah, I think for you, I think you're spot on. Actually, I do think you're spot on the way you've read that fight. I also think that's the only real chance potentially Liam Williams has got in some ways. Even though I've backed him to win, I think he's got to make it ugly and he's got to just kind of grind Sheeraz. He'll probably have to wear a few, but he's got to just get up to him and maybe out up close to him and just kind of negate that reach and height difference and try and just bang him essentially on the inside. Repeatedly, essentially, I think is what he's going to have to do. And like you said, I totally agree with Sheeraz. Sheeraz, I think, can also afford the luxury of, like you say, keeping it at range, but then obviously carrying that power through as well and potentially stopping him in the range that you say as well. So very interesting. I'm not, again, like we've gone with a difference of opinion here, but again, neither of us. I'm not necessarily confident in my prediction. Greg said it's a 50-50
Yeah.
fight. It could go either way, and I think that's literally signs actually of a very good matchup essentially now. What should hopefully be an entertaining fight. Greg, lovely to speak to you as always. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Let us know in the comments whether you agree or disagree with us, how you think the fight's essentially going to play out, who you think will win. We've got obviously other content on the channel, other fights and other big fight breakdowns coming up. Obviously, we've got the review of the Lopez fight that happened yesterday. We've got other stuff coming up from the Belanga McCrory fight week and all that sort of stuff, along with big fight breakdowns, deep dives, and things of that nature. Check out the channel for those. Greg, thank you very much for joining me. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.
Thanks, Elliot.